I'll tell you what, you can find a ton of videos online about single women over 30, and they all sound the same. But this video made me raise an eyebrow. I want to see what you guys think about it, so let's dive in.
I'm 31 and I've been single for 8 years. I really don't want that to be my tagline, but that seems to be the most relatable thing. And you know what? That's my story. That's my truth. And although I want everybody to find love, it does make me feel better because sometimes our worlds can feel so small when everybody around you, like the closest people around you, are in relationships, especially in your 30s. We have the people who are getting married, having kids, that are in just such a different life stage as you are, and you're just kind of like, but where did I go wrong and how do I get there? And sometimes I'm like, will I get there? Like, will that happen for me? A lot of us are experiencing that, and it doesn't mean there's something wrong with us. Like, one girl commented and she was like, I would have never thought, like, you're so cool, hot. She didn't say hot. I said that. She said, you're so cool. I think she said beautiful. Cool, beautiful, fun, whatever. I would have never thought that. And it's like, it literally has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with any of that. You could be the coolest, hottest, smartest, funniest person in the world and be single. I think it truly is just a timing thing. It's just how God has planned your life. And I actually think back and I'm so grateful for the fact that I am single and have been single for this long stint, because I may have not ended up where I am today physically, mentally, had I been in a relationship. Relationships can serve us, but they can also hold us back, especially if you're someone like me, where I kind of like, and this isn't a bad thing, but it's also not really a good thing, is I dedicate everything to my people. Like, I will throw everything away for I have found balance in that. But I think God kind of knows that about me. And it's like, I can't let you be with somebody until you have become fully the person that you are supposed to be, and you are exactly where you were supposed to be, if that makes sense. It's possible that I may have not put so much effort and time into my career and building my own brand and exploring all these different things. Like, I've had a complete career change in the last 2 years, and I've discovered a whole new part of myself and a whole new sector of content that I like to create, but also just things that I like to do, like hosting women's retreats. And I have the freedom to do that. And I had the freedom to explore that as well. And then I also just had the freedom to move across the country just because I felt like it, and I just wasn't resonating with where I was at anymore. And had I been with somebody, I may not have explored those sides of myself.
Now, I wanted to stop the video here for a minute because if you listen to the last few things that she said, to me, it didn't come off as the cliche things that you would hear from 30-plus-year-old women that are chronically single. She had some actual details as to, like, she didn't say, I'm trying to find myself, because, you know, as a guy, like, we all pretty much know what that means. Like, it means you want to go get ran through by, you know, X amount of guys. Like, you know, put in a number where X is. And she didn't say that at all. And again, she gave specifics, like wanting to host women's retreats. Like, that's cool. Do your thing, girl. You know, she talked about creating content. I'm not sure what kind, but she didn't strike me as very cliche in how she was coming across. And then saying that she could move cross country just because she felt like it. Like, hey, more power to you if you got that kind of freedom and that's how you're using it, just to change up your environment if you feel like you need to, or for whatever reason she was feeling. But yeah, she wasn't saying that cliche line like, I was just trying to find myself, which is like a clear red flag. I didn't see that here, and I thought that was kind of cool that she explained herself a little deeper. So yeah, let's continue.
The only thing that kind of keeps me like sane is knowing that I have changed so much in this 8 years of being single since my last relationship that I wouldn't have wanted to find my person 4 years ago. I don't know if this will make sense, but had that person been my person, I would never be the person that I am today. And that person might not have been the right person because I would not be at my highest and fullest potential of who I'm supposed to be. I've been being prepared all this time, and I still am. Every day is another opportunity to be prepared and to be better. I honestly have to feed myself that language because it is so easy to be like, This is so sad. I don't want to be that person who's sad to be single, or like upset about it, or hates the world, has a chip on their shoulder, like man hater, never gonna meet somebody.
So I wanted to pause the video here real quick because one of the last things that she just said, talking about, you know, girls who were just man haters, this and that, and she's trying to avoid that kind of mantra for herself. She doesn't want to turn out that way. You know, talk is cheap. But what's interesting is I went a little bit down the rabbit hole and watched a few of her other videos. And I'll tell you what, guys, she's really consistent in her messaging. She doesn't seem to have any kind of animus towards guys. And more power to her. Like, when I watched this video, I kind of raised an eyebrow. I was like, she's kind of making some good points, but I would like to dig a little deeper, and I'm glad I did. And it's kind of cool to see that at least one modern woman among the sea of crazy videos that you can find, it seems like at least this one has her head on her shoulders. But let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I really do try to keep a positive outlook and also think of it in the other aspect of it. It's like so much of being single, we think about me, like me, everything's about me, something's wrong with me, or I need to fix this about me. But it's like, just as I am being prepared, my person out there is also being prepared. And maybe I'm not ready, and also maybe they're not ready. I just pray that when I meet this person, because they have been prepared and I've been prepared and we've both been cooked the perfect amount of time, that we just instantaneously recognize one another, and every fear or every question dissipates and everything just makes sense. I have been so privileged in my friendships in my life. It's not that I'm unlucky in relationships, because I have amazing relationships in my life, which is why it's like, I don't need a filler. I'm not looking to date somebody to fill a void, and I'm not just going to settle or date anybody, because if my options are be single or be with somebody who I'm not, literally my soul is not set on fire with, then I would rather be single. Because the other end of that spectrum sounds like hell to me. As somebody who's like very passionate and like wants a very specific type of love that I just pray is out there, I would rather just stay single, which is why it's like, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm single. I want it, but I don't need it.
So somewhere in the second half of her speech, she mentions how a lot of people can fall prey to the whole me, I selfishness when it comes to getting into a relationship. And I really like that she pointed that out. And I think that that awareness alone is enough to give me a green flag when it comes to seeing this girl, that, you know, she was able to articulate and think deeper about being in a relationship and actually making it meaningful. You know, not just to do it just to not feel alone, but for it to actually have substance. And I've said that particular word on multiple videos prior, where I say, you know, these women don't have substance. A lot of them, but not all of them. And this woman right here, I don't know about you guys, but I saw way more green flags than I did red. But again, I'd be curious to see what you guys think in the comments, because everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and maybe there was something that I overlooked. But again, I watched a few of her videos after this one just to see, like, oh, was she just trying to like glaze people online? Was she just in a really good mood on this particular day and she's just projecting something different? Like, nah, I gotta tell you guys, like, this girl was pretty consistent in any of the videos that I saw. I watched about 3 or 4 total. And as pessimistic as I could attempt to be, I couldn't really find any serious red flags, which is a really good thing. And it kind of gave me hope for the future of humanity because, you know, we see all these videos all the time about women crashing out, and, you know, on the opposite end of the spectrum, guys feeling like they just can't talk to women anymore because they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. But I gotta say, after watching this girl and her video, I'm like, you know what? She's got a decent head on her shoulders, to say the least. And she might be worth some man's time out there somewhere. maybe a guy who hasn't been so hurt in the past. Maybe a guy who isn't afraid to take a little bit of a risk. But again, she would get more of a green flag for me than a red one. And I wonder if you guys feel the same. So again, let me know in the comments. And yeah, that was a pretty interesting video, I thought. So stick around, catch the next one. This was Auroros versus the World, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.